Hello there guys, this time I would like to make a short tutorial for the Stronghold Crusader 2 map editor. This one is similar with the map editor for Stronghold 3. Anyway, in this video I will cover the vegetation, the landscape, the texture, the water, everything that means environment, creating the earth and manipulating it. Anyway, first of all we need to start with a new map. So I will go to File, New, and then I will choose the size of the map. You can go from tiny to extra large, and extra large is super large. I will go with a small one. Okay, let's click OK. Let's wait for the map editor to generate this. And now if you use the wheel, you can zoom in and out, but you want a bit more control. Therefore click here on free camera and then zoom out, and as you can see you have a bit more freedom zooming out the camera. So left click somewhere and you can move like this. If you right click, you can move this way, as you can see. With the right click you have a lot of freedom, and with the left click you can only move forward, backwards, left, right. And with the left click you can do this, and with the right click you can move like this, upside down. Yeah, so here we are. Okay, let's zoom in. You can also choose a grid, so you can, if you do a balanced map, you have let's say a better approximation of the resources you give to each player, and things like this. Now let's go to landscape, and let's talk about the landscape. As you can see, I can select here different brushes, but when I left click nothing happens, nor when I right click. Only the camera view changes. Now to actually make some changes, you need to press Control and then left click, and as you can see it's rising. Now you can make different adjustments. You can change the, okay, let's start with the beginning. You can raise or lower the ground, and well, you can choose a brush first. Damn it. So okay, we go with the raise and lower option, and then you can choose one of these brushes. Let's choose the smooth one brush, and then you can, as you can see, the brush has this size, almost a square, and then you can increase the brush size, and as you can see, this red circle increased, got bigger. Now when I do this, as you can see, I have to keep the left click a lot, so we can get a little mountain. That is why you can increase the brush intensity, so in 1 second you get this. These are the basic settings. Now we have the absolute height option. As you can see, if you press Control and then right click, for example, let's press Control and right click. Let me show you. Let's press Control and right click here where the arrow is, and then you press left click. You press Control and left click, and you get this. The landscape will have will have the same height everywhere. Now this is a very good thing. And of course you can do the same like this. So control right click here, you get the 0 height, and then you can do this. You can make everything back to normal. You can increase the brush intensity, so you make sure you get everything at the same level. And there is the smooth option. Now, as you can see, to use the smooth option, you actually need this, okay? And then you need a hill, and wait, let me show you. Alright, so as you can see, this is my hill, and now I will use the smooth option, and you will see how the ground changes. You see, it's more like a valley now. Does it make sense? I hope it does. Alright, but let's not waste more time with this. So let's make everything 0, and let's go to Plateau. From now, I mean, till this point we use the freestyle, which gives you a lot more freedom, and you can create mountains and stuff like this. My recommendation would be to use this freestyle mode only when you create places on the map where the player is not allowed to go. For example, mountains, high mountains, and such things. Now, if you want to make playable areas where battles happen and things like this, you should go for the Plateau. You have different size for the land. So we have lowland, okay, we have upland, we have highland, and we have mountain peak. Now, as you can see, the height is different. Why am I showing you this? Well, let's create something similar with this. Wait, sea level, okay. Let's create something, let's create something similar with this, with the freestyle mode. Okay, so let's take the circle. Let's raise. Okay, we raised it, right? And now let's use the absolute height tool, and let's make it like this. Right? Let's increase it. All right. So, as you can see, it's not as perfect as the ones used from Plateau, but it's quite similar. But if we go to walls and we choose stone walls, for example, look here. I can build the walls like this. As you can see, the walls and the highland combines pretty nice. But here, look, we have a problem. Did you notice the problem? So basically, when you go to Plateau, you have this perfect height levels for each land. Okay, that is why it's good to use the Plateau mode when you create land for play purpose. Anyway, let's go to strange. Yeah, and let's go to sea level. I wonder why I don't see the walls. It's in the air. Alright, 1 second. So guys, we got rid of the walls. Now let's actually create something nice. Alright, so I would like to make this won't be a playable area. Okay, so I won't worry about it. Let's create some little mountains here. Desert mountains. As you can see, you are able to manipulate the land outside the map, outside the playable area. Basically, this red line indicates the playable area. Yeah, and this is pretty much it. So we are talking about landscape, and so we did. Now let's talk about vegetation. Okay, so we have flowers, shrubs, and rocks. Of course, round cactus should be placed randomly, you see, in the desert, even outside the map. Alright, and then you can place a tall cactus. If you click here, you can remove the highlight thingy. But yeah, this is pretty much it. And you can use rocks. You can use rocks, you know, randomly place some rocks in the desert to give the sensation of reality and so forth. And there are different types of shrubs, guys, but some are good near water. So here we have the sea. So if you enable the sea, you can set the sea level. Of course, you don't want the sea level here. You want the sea level at -100, and you can go to the landscape, and you will lower the ground. Okay, something like this. You want something like this. But of course, you don't like how the bottom of the sea looks like. That is why you have to use the smooth option. You see? It looks better. It's gonna get better. Yeah, it's better now. Alright, let's go back to water. And we also have rivers or ponds. Ponds are basically these areas where you create a oasis. And the rivers simply flow. Like this. There's a lot of water for a desert, I would say. Anyway, and you can also choose the flow direction of the river to give some more realistic, to give a more realistic sensation. Alright, so once we have that set, we can go to vegetation, and we can place here some of these things. Of course, some small cat palm, some breeds. You know, this really gives the sensation of reality, you see. you should place the fawn palm, the raffin palm. I mean, the palms and the reeds should be placed near the oasis, of course near the river too. It's not a big deal. It's really nice to have these things around here, you see. Alright, so it looks nice. So now we will work on this map all the time, so I will do all the tutorials here on this map. We will save it and so forth. Of course, now we should add some rocks here, for example. Different sizes would be really helpful. Look, extra large. Yeah, some rocks are just very good as they are over there, you see. Usually the rocks should be near the mountains or something. Okay, and now we could use some trees, of course. At this point, I talk about the trees as aesthetical objects, you know, to give some reality to the map, but the trees are used for as a resource. So we create these trees, palms, you know. I won't use too many of them since oh, okay. Banana. They combine really well, you see. Nice. Anyhow, guys, so this is how our trees look like. We have the sea here. You shouldn't place anything near the sea. You know why. The sea is not that good. It's salty. Now, add the vegetation. There are flowers as well. You can place any type of flowers you want. Yellow flowers, orange flowers. Well, I don't know how well these things are in the desert. Anyway, it's up to you when you use them. I find no situation for them to use. Anyway, let's care a little about the texture. So I have here the oasis thingy. So near the oasis, you shouldn't leave only the desert. You should make this green, little green area, you know. It's gonna be better. How does it look? Pretty nice. Okay, near the river you shouldn't bother too much with it, but it's okay if you do it. So that's it. For the mountain, we have this stones. Texture. So we're gonna have to use that here. Now it's good to combine different texture, because it will make the land look better. You know, the nature doesn't have one single color or one single texture. It has more. So I'm gonna use the rocks as well on higher altitudes, of course. but it's really up to you what type of mountains you want, rocky mountains or whatever. It's completely up to you, and of course what areas are contain a bit more rock and what areas doesn't. You see, something like this. So we have this little mountain. Of course, in the desert there are dunes, so we could use this. The edges of each texture shouldn't be too visible, you know. It should give the, well, how are my dunes? Looks nice. All right, we got this far with the map. The sand. This is the main type of texture. So tinting. What is tinting, guys? With tinting, you can add some extra color to the texture painting that you already chose. So we can darken this area, you know, we can make it a little darker or a little greener. I don't see any changes. I don't think it's working at this point. Don't know why, but it's not working. Anyhow, this is the texture, and as I said, vegetation, water, and pathing. Okay, let's include pathing as well. So with the pathing, you basically block areas that you don't want player troops to go. I mean, if you block this path, this piece of land, no one will be able to use it. Not even the peasants that are not under your control. They won't cross this. They will avoid it, and they will get here in the top of the mountain, but they won't step a foot in this area. That is why you will use this. Of course, outside the map, it's already obvious that they cannot go here, you know. But well, I like using it. So as long as this mountain is surrounded, they won't be able to use it. So I like to fill this gap anyway. Now, if you right click, if you press Control and if you press right click, then, so basically what I try to say here is that if you press Control and right click, you remove the path block squares. Now we should block the river too. Okay. So they won't be able to cross it. And so far this is it. I will save the map. So to save the map, you should go to File, Save As. This is the folder where Stronghold Crusader 2 has the user created maps, and you give it a name. Let's say Tutorial Part 1. And then you save, guys, and the map is gonna be saved, and there you go. you get this message, save successful, you press OK, and that's it. In the next video I will talk about resources, sounds, and well, I shall see what I'm going to talk about in the next video. You will see in the title. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. And if it was, please subscribe to my channel. Take care. Bye bye.